a lot of homicides.
Rock your hard hat black as you in the terror zone.
Come from, you can choke from the gun smoke.
I'm from the other side of town. 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 I'm from the other side of town.
There's a lot of homicides.
Rock your hard hat black as you in the terror zone.
Where I'm from, you can choke from the gun smoke. Yeah.
I'm from the other side of town.
There's a lot of homicides.
Ain't no hope in ain't no hope in the streets. You broke, you sell dope.
I'm from the other side of town. 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 I'm from the other side of town.
I'm Tone Capone. I'm the host of Waves of the Bay. On Saturday nights from 10 until midnight out here in Tampa, Florida. You guys can tune in on 88.5. If you're in Tampa Bay, FM radio, or else if you're not, then wherever you're at, www.wmnf.org or the WMNF application. That's the other way you can listen to. So Saturday nights, I'll be putting on for the city, me and my boy DJ Spaceship. We hold it down. We also have a performance series down here in Tampa called Ignite the Night, which is over 6 years old. And I've been down here in Tampa for about 14 years now, which is crazy because you're actually all this stuff in, man. Like let me backtrack, man. What I've been doing during my quarantine time is just linking up with people from the town, people that's representing the town and putting on for the town. And when I talk about the town, I talk about Junction City, Kansas. That's where I'm originally from. And like I said, I've been in Tampa for 14 years, but I still try to reach back and show love to my peoples. And this cat right here for book number 10 of the Junction City Chronicles is somebody that I had to talk to. Just like I said, it's going to tie in full circle once we're done with this interview. You guys understand exactly what I'm talking about. But we got the homie D MOE right down here at the bottom of my screen, man. What's up, D?
Hey, what's going on, man? How's it going, brother?
Man, I can't complain, bro. We staying safe down here in Florida, man, at least over in my neck of the woods. But it's crazy down here with all that Rona shit running.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Definitely. First thing, you have to be safe, man, especially in this day and age, man. So you already know. So
I do, man. You a family man like myself, so I already know you understand where I'm coming from. We've been hunkered down, bro. Like I go to the studio for the show. I go get a haircut. I go get braided. That's about everywhere I go.
You already know, family, man. I'm double deep. You know, I got 7 of them, so you know, man, I'm in. Yes. So you know, it's been a blessing. You know,
yeah, that's the gift right there.
Yeah, it's definitely been a blessing. You know. So anyway, man. What's good?
Nah, man, it's good to see you, bro. Like, I wish I'd have got a chance to take a picture with you last year when I was there. But when we did our show, it just got too damn thick. I couldn't find nobody at the end of that shit, man. It was crazy, bro.
You already know. I see you was in town. I pulled right up. Oh, I'm in there.
Yeah, you know, I was trying to take pictures of everybody, and all of a sudden, everybody was there. I was like, oh, shit. But
yeah, hey, man. But you know, that's a blessing. That speaks volumes to you. You already know. So,
man, that was the lineup right there, man. That says more about them because we had a good old time. But yo, I wanna start off like this, man. Anybody that does not know you, introduce yourself to people and let them know, you know, your role in the music industry right now.
Well, you know, hey, it's D MOE, man, and for anybody that's been around this area probably in the last 10, 15, forever years, I'm pretty sure you heard of me. You might not know my face, but you probably have heard the name, you know, just to say, but basically, you know, about music, anything about music, I'm there, you know, so especially in this area, you know. So, man, I had the studio, you know, I DJ, do shows, do sound, anything connected with music, I'm in there.
That's the
So,
truth,
yeah,
man.
yeah, you
That's the
know.
truth. So this cat right here, man, like I said, he majorly influential in music in Junction City and beyond. People in Central Kansas have to pay you some type of homage when it comes to music and quality, because without you, there wouldn't be a lot of the sounds that you hear coming out of that area. So I want to
Man, I
give you some
appreciate
props on that one. It's all good, man. I'm a fan of giving roses while people still here to hear them. And the fact I got you here right now, and it's been, 14 years since I began my journey.
it. Right.
And you know what I'm saying, we still can talk and kick it and all that too, man. We still
No
thriving.
doubt, no doubt. And then, like you said, it's been 14 years, and a testament to how I'm doing. You see where I'm still at.
Yeah.
I'm still in the stew. So, you know, this is all I know, man. This is a passion of mine. You know, it's for me. You know, it's legitly past music. It's just a part of life. You know, I've always been into music, even from school. I was the band geek on the drums, switching it up. You know what I'm saying? So.
Hmm.
Really do music like that. Music is in me. I mean, that is my first love, my first passion. You know, as a baby, my mom would be playing music, and she just ingrained it in me. So I just love music, man. So I guess it was only naturally for me to evolve into this type of role. You know.
Give me
So,
a couple songs that mom used to play when she was cleaning the house.
oh man, Midnight Train to Georgia.
All right.
Oh man, you know, Shirley Murdoch. Man, the Commodores. Oh man, I can't. So many. I mean, it's just that old school is. She gave me an old soul at a very young age. So I
I
mean,
got my Soul Food Sunday playlist
oh
here, man.
man,
Every
God,
Sunday,
tell
that's
you
what
know,
gets on play. So trust.
oh
So
definitely, man. So I mean, man, you know, but man, so yeah, bro.
let's
Anyway,
talk about the studio, man. How did the studio come to be?
you know, the studio came to be honestly because we just legitimately couldn't have it was no place for us to really record when I was doing music as an artist. So it low key, you know, basically just because as an artist, I really didn't have nowhere to record. And I was like, you know, I have some good knowledge about how things run. I've always kind of dibbled and dabbed and been around it. And then it just really evolved from that, really just giving us a place to really lay a sound down and have a home base without having to go outside our comfort zone. So, you know, that's really where it evolved from. You know, it never really was generated to take off to like, hey, we're going to do it just to make money. It was no money involved. It was all about making music.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to make music, and that's the truth, you know. That's really how the studio evolved, and that's where, you know, it came from. It's like, hey, you know, instead of paying somebody, we could buy this piece and do this. And then it
Yeah.
went from buying one piece to, okay, how do we get the sound a little better? Well, you need this piece. Well, how do you make it sound better on top of that? Well, you need this piece. Before you know it, I'm in the building
So
with.
when you went into it, did you have any idea like what you needed, or did it kind of just like snowball? Like once you got in, you're like, oh, I'm learning it this way, and we need this to help out too, and such and such. Or did you have like a blueprint?
I kind of had a blueprint from being an artist and being in other studios. Like before I
Okay.
actually came back to the Junk, I was down in Wichita and going to a few studios and stuff when like the hard gear was just evolving. It was actually even before the era of the Pro Tools. See, a lot of cats, you know, the new school, the new era, you know, everybody is in a box. You know, I come from an era when it was actually, you know, I caught the end of the DAT tape. So, I mean, you know, hey, it wasn't no, like you had to be right. It wasn't too much punching in, and you had to really be able to spit it in one take. And you know what I'm saying? If
You
not, it
took
was.
pride in that. You took pride in that.
Yes, whole different time. So
Hmm.
watching it evolve, it's been it's been a process, and now I'm kind of amazed with some of the equipment and the way things evolved, and man, it's been you know, it's been a, you know, interesting journey, you know. So, but yeah, but basically that's how the studio came evolved. Just really wanting a place for us to be able to do music, you know, nothing more, nothing less. That was it.
When did y'all open Hi-Poynt?
Oh, uh, Man, you know, I first started, you know, I was at the house on 11th Street at first.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's hard for me to remember. Let me say, my son Deontay is 13 and he wasn't even born. So 13, 14 years, kind of about around the time when, because I think I had it before you even left, right? So
Yeah, I recorded in there, and that was 06.
now, did you record at the house or down here at the building?
No, I was at the house.
Exact. See, so I came to
Yeah.
what's up, girl? My dog in the way. So yeah, I came down here probably, if that was 06, probably 07, 08 maybe. Been a minute, man. Yeah. And so I don't think you've been over here to this spot, have you?
No, I can't wait to get over there once I get in town, man. I can envision what it is, man. Like,
Oh man. Matter of fact, when we get a chance, when we get done, I'm gonna take you on a little. It's messy in here because you know I've been throwing my work stuff in here too. But I'm gonna take you on a little trip because they in there working on some music right now. So
well, that's part of the reason why I'm talking to you anyway. So describe the sound and the whole Hi-Poynt experience to anybody out there that needs some studio time and needs to get their sound right.
right now, I would probably say the best thing I could say with 8 doing all the engineering, because you know that's my guy. He's like a mad scientist. He pretty much came in here and mushed me in my head and took over. You know? I said, hey, I had to let him do that because man, you know, he is very talented. And I would say about the sound, he definitely understands how to give you that next level. I would probably say industry standard sound that everybody sonically is looking for. He's really figured out the formula. And you know, I kind of gave him the gift of what I knew, and he just really took it and ran with it, you know. And I've always been known for having some good quality and stuff, and that's kind of what I always prided myself in on the audio side of it. Even doing the show side, doing live sound, DJing, I always really wanted a good sound. You know, I always thought, like, you know, when you see these big artists on stage, they don't get up there and their sound is big, it's sonic. So I always kind of prided myself on that, you know, and I wanted to get that same feeling even on the local level. You know, we might not be mainstream artists, but our sound could sound mainstream.
And exactly, because don't nobody know that, man. Not anymore with the internet and distribution and all that shit, man. As long as your sound is quality, it doesn't matter where it comes from. Man, it was definitely different, you know, different time back then for that and stuff, man. But yeah, you know, like I said, I've always prided myself on the sound and the sonics, and that's where the Hi-Poynt, you know, that's how I kind of evolved, you know. So, you know, but basically that's it in a nutshell, man. It's, you know, just enjoy doing it, man. You know, I just really love doing this, bro. My nigga look happy, boy. I'm all about it right now, dog.
Listen, man. I don't want nobody to think I'm not excited when people want to talk to me or ask me, because I really do enjoy doing this. And I am not too cool to smile and cheese. And I'm happy, bro. I'm blessed, man. And for the fact that you took your time out to want to talk to me shows a lot. So, of course, I'm going to be happy and excited about it, man. Shoot, man.
Man, I'm excited about it, too, man. And like, when I started doing this, I had no idea what was going to come of it, though. And like I figured, all right, I'll do a couple of interviews. We'll have some fun, whatever. I'll get y'all's names out there to Tampa people, whoever wants to tune in. But since I started doing this, man, I've been getting all kinds of crazy stories, all kinds of, you know, just like back behind the scenes stories of stuff that was happening. I've been able to connect a few artists that are familiar with each other but didn't really know each other. Yeah. So something's going to grow of that, and it's going to be something dope. And like, I got to meet 8. I never got to meet 8 before, and you know, I got to talk to that cat, and that nigga's crazy. So we had a good time, and you know, I'm proud to see you guys still thriving out there, especially with everything going on, man.
Yes, sir. No, basically, what you're doing, you don't realize it. You're building a platform for people to even, like you said, keyword, even if it's just to connect and link to people that would have never done it before. So that is awesome what you're doing in itself. And the fact that you could never even say nothing about the town and where you came from, you know, that's a testament to you, you know. But definitely that platform, and man, like you said, it's been growing, and I've been watching it. And I was like, man, that's dope what he's doing, you know, because a lot of people think about doing stuff like what you're doing, but they don't ever really put it together.
Yeah.
I said in my brain 100 times, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Even for me, it never gets done. The only thing that I probably done that I said I was gonna do was build a studio.
Right.
So, but man,
Nah,
yeah.
that's love though, man. I appreciate that. The compliments on your part too, man. Straight up,
Oh,
because
yeah, man,
you know what it is, man. You do stuff so long just for out of love that it's good to see the love returns. You know what I'm saying? So.
and that's why I'm feeling like I'm feeling right now, because it's a blessing, because I do appreciate it, because you didn't have to take your time out to talk to me. So I feel that, bro.
Straight up.
I
And you've been
respect that.
dodging me a couple of days on top of that too, man. Like
Bro, life, man, be throwing curves, so I'm having to roll.
I do, man.
I got a big family, my boy. You probably don't remember my son. He was a little thing,
I remember him, believe it or not, because I remember
Man.
he had to be probably 3 or somewhere in that range when I was there.
I should have had him with me. He's probably an inch taller than me, and he's doing music now.
I heard he's nasty with it.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I would expect it though. I mean, he came up in it, man. But I'll be following along with the basketball and all that stuff, and
Right.
I'll be watching all that stuff on YouTube, and I've been supporting Little D, man. He's been doing his thing.
Yeah, no doubt. And see, man, you've been watching, because we big into the basketball. I've been coaching
Yeah.
for the last 12, 13 years. I've got into it real heavy, and I would say with the basketball, when I first started doing it with the music, and we'll get into that as the interview going with the music with the
I was
guys.
gonna ask you about it anyways, man, for real. So
yeah, it kind of, as much as I love music, once I found the passion of coaching in the basketball, it just kind of mesmerized me, and I jumped head first into it, and it was kind of, I want to get in the studio, record, and I'm like, I got practice tonight, I can't really, so
So was it like this? Like, was there already a coach in place, and you just wasn't feeling what they was doing, and you decided to step in and be coach, or what happened?
No, nothing like that. There was my kids, my girls were playing ball, and the coach that was there, he was real good, and I just started. He was already, hitting around that he wasn't going to be there real long. So I was seeing how good he was, and I was so into it already that I just started, hey, man, you think I can help? Can you teach me some of the stuff you did? So I basically just learned from being in practice and watching and kind of shadowing and really just standing back and he would do something to run something. I would say, hey, Mr. Moss, Coach Moss, I would ask him, how did you do? Why did you do that? What made you do that? Why do you do that? And then I just really sat back and learned. I just listened, kept my mouth shut, and only asked questions when I needed to. And then I learned. So basically it evolved for that. And he left, and eventually we had a good group of girls in place. And this is what
you talking about Lawrence Moss?
Yes.
Yo, believe this shit or not, dog, that's actually like a cousin of mine that I didn't even know about, man. Like, he's cousin to my grandma somehow, and I had no idea until we actually met way back when I met you.
Wow, man,
I was like, what?
He is a beast he is a very good tactician of the game, man. He's a man, yeah, that's crazy. It's a small world.
Ain't it crazy, bro?
Yes, wow. Yeah, Lawrence Moss, man. And but basically that's how I just kind of took a back seat. And then when he left, we just started kind of generating it, and then we just played and kept going with it. And I'm still, we actually about 2 weeks ago, we just went to a tournament in Wichita. So I'm still playing up till just now. Now we'll
that
be
the maybe tournament or something?
MAYB tournament.
Okay.
Yep. And so we'll be done now because the kids are going to start football for the actual school. So, I just do the summer AAU stuff. But yeah, man. And, it's actually got me some looks at the high school level, because the high school coach now here from the high school, they would let us get in the gym, and he would invite us to the camps and stuff. So, but, because we was out there smacking teams, I learned how hey,
man, that's why I be watching the games. I'll be like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, this ain't the JC I grew up in. Like, hell no, them cats ain't getting out the stadium like that. Like, hell no.
Man. Bro, let me tell you, last year, right before the corona stuff happened, we went to Iowa to play. No, Nebraska. We went up to Nebraska and we played some teams from Iowa. And at the end of the game, we beat some teams so bad the coach refused to shake our hands. And he accused us of cheating. I said, cheating? I said, man, go work with your boys like we work with ours. You know, wasn't no cheating involved. I come with the legit team that I've had that play school ball. There's no other extra kids. It's the same group of kids I've had since 3rd grade. I told them, work with your boys, you know. I said, you got your big man trying to dribble the ball down the court. Of course I'm going to send my guards to take the ball from him. Man, we beat them so bad, it almost started a melee in the end of the gym. We do. But yeah, man. Oh, shoot.
Nah, man, that's one of the things I do. I definitely respect about you because I'm a family man now too. My daughter is she's about to start kindergarten on Monday, bro. She's a week away from kindergarten, so I'll sit back and watch. You know, watch you coach, man. And I heard we got some athletes coming up. I heard we got a whole wave of some go-getters coming up. That's going to restore tradition.
I really think if these boys, and the truth is, if they stay out of trouble, stay away from girls, and academically, and don't get hurt. If those things fall into place, I think this group can do something. You got to think, I got 7th grade. They're all 13 and under, and we were scoring 65, 70 points a game, no matter who we was playing.
You remember back then, we wasn't scoring points like that.
Right.
Not no 7th grade.
Yes, and these boys can shoot the perimeter shot. I got a big boy almost dunking the ball already. You know, I got some kids that can flat out play. And, you know, and they didn't start like that. They just been developing. Practice for me is fundamentals. Left hand layup, right hand layup. Left hand layup, right hand layup. We're going to shoot. You know, we're going to spread the floor. You know, real simple stuff. Run the lanes, pick and roll to death and work. So, but yeah, man. But that's what's up, bro. I get excited about the back. I get excited about doing music. So
I'm all about it, bro. Trust me.
Yeah.
Once I get there, I'm there too. So I understand completely, bro.
Hey, man,
we're talking with we got D MOE right here, man. It's book 10 of Junction City Chronicles. And what I like to ask everybody on this show is, for one, how did you get to Junction City? Let's start with that one.
My pops was in the military, just about kind of like everybody else out here. I'm originally from New York, so you know, I'm from Harlem, 118th Street. So, and then my pops is from Philly. He's from West Philly, so I grew up on the East Coast. And then once he joined the military, I came out here as a teenager, early teenager, probably about 13, 14. I moved to Kansas. So, and then
from New York.
Yes, from New York. So I came down here, but that's how we got here. You know, and it's a funny thing because when my cousins, when we first said we was coming to Kansas, they was like, Kansas? Is any, you know, ain't no black people.
There ain't no black people in Kansas. Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, so yeah, man. But that's
until they get to Junction City and they get their minds blown out. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
man. And you know what's funny? So many cats come down here from all these big cities, from Chicago, St. Louis, and they come down here and get lost and ate up out here. I'll be like, man,
yeah,
you know, boy. But you know, like I always tell, you know, anybody, it's gonna be real motherfuckers wherever you go. It's gonna be fake motherfuckers wherever you go. So I don't care. You can go to bumfuck Egypt and find your real one or a fake one. So I think, you know, that's, you know, a lot of cats think that when they made niggas, they just, when they got to certain states, they stop making them. No, niggas is all over this mug. I'm sure you go to Canada and find somebody hard. So.
Oh man, please! I'm sure that they probably got Kimbo Slice up there. Something, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's up there.
Exactly. So, but that's why I try to be humble wherever I go, man, because you know, and plus my energy ain't like that. You know, I ain't never really been no troublemaker. If you bring it to me, yeah, I'm with the shits. But as far as starting, I ain't, you know,
got other stuff to be doing.
So yeah, but yeah, man.
So my wife is from Washington Heights in Manhattan. So explain to me how it was for a young teenage D MOE moving to Kansas, because that had to be a straight culture shock.
Yeah, because I came down here and I really thought I was invincible. I really thought that I wasn't gonna find nobody in the whole state like me. So that transition was a little rough because it caused me to get in a lot more fights, and then but yeah, I'm a real, on top of that, let me say this, on top of me always wanting to fight at a young age, I also had a good head on my shoulder. I'm a very smart dude, and I understand that I'm coming to a whole new territory. You can only do so much because a lot of these dudes grew up out here. They were
Right.
born
tight.
and bred out. Right. So on top of, being young and just, having a smart mouth like every other little youngster out here, it wasn't too bad. It was definitely a different pace for me. I found the invention of white girls when I moved out here.
I bet, especially with the accent, because I know your accent had to be heavy at that time.
Man, oh man, it was crazy. I don't think anybody understood what I was saying back
Yeah.
then. They used to be like, what? But I definitely, just did my thing, I guess, was humble. I've always been a humble cat. My mom ain't raised no fool. So, even though I came to Junction City, I didn't come down here, acting like I was somebody I wasn't. I just was always myself, and then I guess everything fell into place.
That's
But
the
yeah,
best way to be, man. You ain't got to worry about being somebody else if you just you.
right. So
Straight up, man.
right. And then I got some cats that I met when I first came down here that I've been knowing for the last 20-something years, 25 years, and they still fool with me. So I guess that's a testament of something about me. So
Yeah, that's loyalty right there is what that is.
So heck yeah,
So
man.
let me ask you this, because you said that you were spitting before you got the studio started. So did you start spitting like in high school, or when did all that happen?
No, kind of shortly after high school. Like now in high school, I always was into music. I was in band and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then shortly after that, I kind of just, like on some real shit, just kind of, bobbed and weaved in life, you know what I'm saying? Dibbling in this, dibbling in that, just trying to, and then from kind of being on the streets a little bit, that's kind of where it started coming into play. Like, oh, shoot, I got a little bit of skills. I ain't the best, you know what I'm saying? I ain't the wittiest, but, I got a little bit of skills. And then everybody always told me they liked my voice. So I've always had that good raspy, which I always thought was a great DJ voice, not really a good rapping voice, but hey, Jada Kiss did it. So, I got a real
Straight up
voice.
Yeah,
so,
he did.
But that's about basically how it came about, really just being on the streets and then linking up with cats that was a lot more serious with the music, because I would just take it as a, part-time fad, like, I got some bars, let me spit something,
Mm-hmm.
but that's basically how it came to, so it's always something that's been in me, like the cadence, and more than a rapper, more than an artist, I think the cadence of music's always been in me, because like I said, music since my mom was playing music with me at a young age. I mean, as a baby, I grew up listening to music. That's what prompted me to be in a band. And, my mom wanted to teach me how to play the piano, but I found the drums and was just monotone on, oh, no, Mom, I'm going to learn how to play drums. And that's kind of what I did. And that's what I did in band. I played in jazz band. I played the trap set, and I can still play. Every once in a while, we go to Guitar Center. Like, we went to a basketball tournament, and we had some downtime.
You got to flex on their ass.
And I went in and got on the drums, and some of the basketball boys was in there like, Coach, you know how to play drums? Like, man, you don't forget this. So yeah, man. But that's how I came about, So, man.
Was your rap name D MOE, or did you have a different name?
No, I've been D MOE since a young age. My name is Darren, so the D MOE that always just stuck me from a young age. So that
was
really,
actually like your first and last name right there. Like that's your family nickname and all that.
Right. So
that's
that ain't
crazy.
Really, that ain't really that's my real name. So that ain't really that ain't just the name that I picked up 5 years ago or something.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right, man. All right, so let me think here. All right, so we talked about moving to JC and what you thought about it. Talked about what you've been doing in JC. I want to know, for anybody out there that's not familiar with Junction City, explain Junction City to them.
Junction City is it's the melting pot of Kansas. It is probably the most, diverse city in all of them. And the reason why I say that, not to take nothing away from Wichita, Topeka, Kansas City, Salina, the thing about Junction is you got people here from all over the United States, all over the world for that fact. In Wichita, in Kansas City, Topeka, a lot of those cats are born and bred there. That's all they know. What makes it Junction City different, and I would say about Junction, is just the diversity of it being a military base. It brings influence from everywhere, you know. So I think that's why sonically we sound a little different down here, cats from out here, because everybody from down here is from somewhere else, if that makes sense to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not stuck in Wichita listening to the same schemes, the same patterns, the same, you know, that your uncles and all of them were still doing it. It's really it's no diversity there in that aspect. So I think that's what I would probably say about Junction City. It's probably the melting pot of Kansas for that fact. And a lot of people probably think it's a lot more country down here than it really is. But, you know, it's cats from here from all over. So you kind of get the influence from everywhere. I mean, from down south, up north, you know, out east, out west, you get, you know, because it's military. So that's what you're going to get normally on the military base. And then that mixes into the cats that's already here. So they pick up a little slang from here, a little slang from there, a little slang from there. And, you know, I get mad because cats always say, oh, y'all must be slow out there. Nah, I don't think so, because, you know, I travel a lot. We traveled a lot and done a lot of music in a lot of places. And I would go there and never felt like we were slower. Actually, I would feel like some of the trends and stuff we had already seen and heard and been doing that because we are in the middle. So everything's going to travel here no matter where it's coming from, what coast. If it's coming from the East Coast, we're going to get it. If it's coming from the West Coast, we're going to get it. So I kind of beg the difference when people say, oh, y'all, it's slow. No, it might not be. It's not that it's slow. It's just because it's slow, so it's probably not things to do as in a giant city as Dallas or Miami or something. But it's not, I wouldn't say necessarily slow because, you know, it's cats from all over the place. They picking up trends, people up down here from all over the world. Hey, did you see, you heard this song? You heard that song? Funny story. I remember when I first moved out here, I would go back to New York and my cousin Madeline, I would take her tapes of like AMG, DJ Quick, and I would play tapes and I would let them hear that. And they was like, man, who is that? They was, you know, because I was already getting.
Because that doesn't get all the way over there. Yeah.
Never heard. I remember when I legit low key heard like some first NWA stuff and I would take it back there. My cousin was like, man, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then it was the same. I would bring like some old Wu-Tang stuff here, Nas Effects, and Cash was like, bro. So I'd be feeling like I kind of merged two coasts together on the low, you know, on the lower level, because they had never heard a lot of those artists out there, you know. So now, you know, because that's pre-internet. You gotta think, this is pre-internet. A lot of people don't realize they're like, well, now everybody hears music. No, pre-internet, it was a whole different world, you know. So, I mean, you
got the tapes, and you done taped over the top corner empty spots, and you waiting for the top 8 to come on and hit record and all that, man. Trust me, I remember that, Doug.
This is pre-MySpace, you know. So. Yeah, guys like, you old as dirt, yeah, I am. Yeah, man.
So we're talking with D MOE for book 10 of the Junction City Chronicles. We've been talking about music, life, sports, pretty much everything right now, man. So let's switch this up just a quick little bit. Tell me your favorite place to eat in JC.
Korean Garden.
Okay, why?
Hey, they got the finest bulgogi on the planet, bro. Woo. Hey, yeah, Korean Garden. Yeah.
People got to understand, man, just like you were talking about, it's a melting pot of Kansas. Like, a lot of folks have, like, when I order Korean food down here, they be looking at me like surprised as hell. Like, yo, you know what you're ordering? And like, yeah, man, like, I know this shit, man. Like,
hey, you know how many cats I done turned over to some Korean food, man?
Oh,
you know,
man.
Man, you know, I was in, you know, like right before the Corona stuff happened, we was up in New York. and I took my kids up there, and we stopped and ate at a restaurant down out by Times Square, and me and Angel ordered some bulgogi, then we got some chicken wings and stuff, and they bought the bulgogi, and I was like, oh my God, y'all are tripping out here. If y'all think this is good bulgogi, I was thinking, man, these shops will come down there, they'll be a millionaire, man. That stuff was hard, but I was like, this is the best y'all got to offer.
What was it, like some steak with some sauce?
Bro, it was like chopped. It wasn't like nothing like no bulgogi out here, you know, Korean Garden and obviously Poussin's, and we grew up eating Poussin's, so you know, I gotta shout out Poussin's also. But you know, those are probably my favorite places to eat. And then there was a joint open down here for a little bit called Cynthia's.
Okay, soul food, something.
Soul food, yeah.
Yeah,
she was on point too. Yeah. I definitely.
I heard about that place, man.
Yeah. So then, you know, when I need my barbecue fix, you know, I eat at Hot Rods. That's my guy. You know, he got a little barbecue shop up on Washington and stuff. So yeah, man, you know, the Jamaican restaurants, you know, I eat at a few different places, you know.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Come to think about it, I don't want to make nobody feel like I don't mess with them, because I mess with everybody, bro.
This they promo time right here, man. This they free, they free spot right here.
No doubt. So, yeah. So
I love it, man. I love coming back. Like Busan has been my spot, man. Like I'm a fan of Ponchos, and a lot of y'all aren't familiar with it like I am, because Ponchos is actually in Kansas City. When I was up there. So I used to eat at Ponchos all the time. And then somewhere in there, they just decided to move to Junction City. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like stay Ponchos?
Right, of all the
so
places.
I just ride up. You know, I got my order ready to go. Nobody knows what else it is. And I'm official with it, man. So yeah. Ponchos is my spot, man.
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, you know, we be right. That's 8 spot. 8 be up there all the time. I said, boy, you might as well buy some stock in that restaurant.
Shit, I was watching some video the other week of some dude getting hemmed up out there.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna keep it 100. From what I seen, I think the police did a hell of a job. Not saying anything, but
that shit could have went left.
It could have went, yeah, because not to be funny, I think if he would have been anywhere else, they'd have probably smoked over, boy. They would have probably shot him. And they held a lot of restraint on that, on their end. So,
they really did. I won't even lie. I won't even argue with you on that.
Yeah, especially in this day and age when everything's happening with the, and I'm not very political, right is right, wrong is wrong, but, like with the George Floyd thing and everything, what's going on with all of the killings and stuff, I really think that they kind of restrained themselves, at least to me, from what I see. Now, obviously, us as viewers only see small clippings of videos. So
right.
I don't know.
And you only see what you see. You don't see the part before. You don't see the part after. What led up to it.
No doubt. So all I can see is just the clipping that was on there. And the biggest thing I got was that they show some restraint, because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to wrestle around and do too much with anybody out here like that before it gets serious. So I ain't got time for all that, man.
That's the damn truth. That's the damn truth.
So, but yeah, man. And that happened in your spot. That happened up in Poncho. So yeah.
I know. I was watching the video like, don't knock the salsa over.
No doubt.
But for real, though, let's go there, though, man, because you are a father of black males. Like, in this day and age right now, like, how are you feeling raising black men in the United States of America right now?
You know what? I school my boys, so I personally, I know how I am, and let me get this out and say this: I've never really been driving around, got pulled over, and felt like I personally was gonna die, because I understand how to talk to motherfuckers. I understand when to say yes sir, no sir. I am very intelligent, and I think that the temperament and what comes out your mouth makes a big difference in how people perceive you. You can walk in the room.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Exactly. So that's kind of when I say I teach my boys. that is gonna happen. It's just how they react when they get pulled over. Like my young son now, I just tell him to make sure you say yes, sir, no, sir to everybody. Be polite. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Don't say yeah, because you know, as a kid, we wasn't allowed to say that. My mom would call me. It wasn't no yeah or hey.
What?
She like, hey for horses,
What do you mean?
motherfucker.
What?
Still homeboys, right? So, but that's and I'm not saying, Tone, that them talking proper or being respectful is gonna stop altercations, but I think it might alleviate the first response to them getting hostile, you know what I'm saying? So you know, for instance, if I get pulled over and roll my window down and the first thing out my mouth is what the fuck you want, what do you think his attitude's gonna be?
Right.
You know, no different than you walk in the club and the first thing out the doorman's face is, nigga, why you looking at me like that? And you was about to, you looking at him just to say, what's up now, your whole, so
Demeanor to just change. Yep.
the whole demeanor changes. So, like I said, if the police in particular is going to be on some bullshit and he's having a bad day, then fate's going to be fate. You're not going to be able to stop that. But you can help a lot of it by, even if they are, because I've been pulled over by some pretty hostile cops and just remain calm and by the grace of God, everything worked out good. But like I said, I ain't no idiot. You know what I'm saying? If the cop's having a bad day, the last thing I'm gonna do is provoke them and talking shit and all of that. I don't really be having time for all that, man. If he asks me for my shit, my license, here you go, and let me get on about my way. And most of the time, it's like that. They gonna pull you out the car and want to search you, and you can't stop that. It is what it is. So
right,
it's just gonna be, So, I mean, but that's basically what I teach them, just to be respectful, and I tell them that ain't going to solve everything, but it's a damn sure good start, versus the first thing out your mouth. Like I tell my son when he talks to people, he has a tendency of not looking you in your eyes. I say, man, look at a man straight, because when you start looking all around, they feel like you lying or you hiding something, even if you're not, So that's all I really do. And the truth of the matter is they're their own kids, boy, and they're gonna do what they want to do anyway. They're gonna be their own person. Like with your daughter, yeah, you're gonna try to mold her, but eventually she's gonna grow up and she's going to be her own person. Only thing you can do is pray that she makes all the right decisions and nothing bad happens. But we really can't predict what's gonna happen. But in a nutshell, I just try to teach them to have respect, and because it is a scary world. But I definitely think that your actions and demeanor really can dictate a lot of stuff. Not saying that, anybody get pulled over just for saying yes, sir, or complying with everything. Everything's going to go right. It's not. Some cops are just going to be what it's going to be. And then that's fate. We really can't decide that, So, and then that's where I stand on that. And it is what it is.
How old were they when you had that talk with them?
I've been having that talk with them since young men, since they was old enough to comprehend those subjects, so I've been talking to them about
some
this,
of my white brothers and other nationalities don't understand, man. Like that talk is something that we have very early on in the ball game, really. Like that's pregame talk right there. Is what that is, because you don't want to get out there and this with the climate of everything happening and this stuff that's happening right now, and that new. It's just being filmed right now, but this shit was going on back 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing changed with that. It's just being filmed in the media now.
I say that all the time. Everybody's acting like this stuff is new. Listen to some of the old music. I mean, listen like the old.
I remember being in 8th grade when Rodney King got his ass beat.
Yeah.
That's 8th grade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like you said, everybody's just seeing it now. Everybody's filming it now. It's been happening. It's been, and it's going to continue to happen. So now it's, the thing is now the world is seeing it. But I mean, you can even listen to all the old music. I mean, they've been talking about that forever. That's been topics. That's been the topic of life for us as black men since the slave days, Shoot, but yeah.
That shit crazy. Now, I think I saw you were a part of a Black Lives Matter, like, peaceful protest or something, right?
No, I wasn't. You probably seen me at the Juneteenth. I DJ'd at the Juneteenth. That's yeah. I wasn't.
They still got Juneteenth down there at the park or what?
Well,
y'all had to move it this year. That's what it was.
A young lady. Do you know Jasmine? Jasmine Tipton?
Yeah.
Yeah, she might be somebody you might want to talk to. She did a hell of a job. She organized the Juneteenth. And you know what? I'm going to keep it 100 with you, Tone. Out of all the years I've been here, I had been asked almost for the last 10, 15 years to do it. And I'm always like, nah, you know. And
That
this
shit was
year,
hype.
yeah, this year she asked me. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm there. Let's go. Let's get it in. And so,
Man, we used to get it in. We used to get it in back in the day, man.
Yeah. So, but it was a beautiful event, and much props to her for putting that on, And it was a couple of other people involved in it also, but I'm not sure who they were. But I do know it was her and a few other girls that. So excuse me. So I hope I ain't getting nobody mad by not yelling their names and stuff. But I think another girl, Dawn, was involved in it. I'm not sure, but because I know Jasmine, so I was talking to her directly. So, but yeah, man, and I really enjoyed it. I had fun that day. It was out at the lake. It was a beautiful thing. So
People don't understand how big Juneteenth is back home, man. Like being from the middle of Kansas, it might seem like it's nothing, but we actually had like Buffalo soldiers come through JC and stay.
Right.
We're right next to the military base, so like all this stuff, and like you said, the melting pot aspect of it, JC like 50-50. Minority wise. So we out there way more than you would think. And
Yeah.
I can tell you, like, we haven't celebrated Juneteenth down here in Tampa like we used to back in Kansas.
Really?
Really.
Wow. Why
They have
you
their little celebrations and stuff, but maybe it's just like the community or something. Like it doesn't seem as tight knit as it used to be. Because like you would go out to the park for the Juneteenth celebration, you'll see everybody out there. We got our 3-on-3 basketball tournament going on. The music's playing, the food's playing, and all that stuff. Like that's like a vivid part of my childhood right there. And it doesn't seem like it's as ingrained down here in Tampa as it is up there.
That's crazy. Because you would think the opposite. You would think that here wouldn't be like that. But that just goes to testament, of what this place really is. You know what I'm saying? So, love it or hate it, it's all we got. So that's
I'm telling you, man.
I get mad when people try to go on the city and I hate Junction this, Junction that, and I'd be like, well, take your ass back to wherever the hell you from if you don't like it so bad. I'll be getting mad when people want to go on the city so bad, but y'all still here. Take your ass and go. Bye.
Complaining.
So yeah, it's not. Obviously, it is. It's a little ass town. What more do you want? I mean, yeah, it ain't shit to do, but it's a real small community. So, I don't know. I feel blessed, man, because when you start complaining, the good Lord will give you a reason to complain about, man. Everybody else, I don't know, man.
Tell the truth, man. Tell the truth, bro. That's too much knowledge right there, actually. Hold up with that, man. That's too much right there. Hold up.
No doubt. No doubt, bro. So,
all right, man. You see me rolling with my DJ all the time. So one of the things I have learned from being an artist, being a host, and just being a curator out here and a promoter, you got to show love to the DJ. So thank you for being a DJ.
Appreciate
what about
it.
being a DJ is your favorite part of the trade?
Man, come on, man. That's a no-brainer. My favorite part about being a DJ is the music. That is the most.
All right, I guess so. Okay, let me flip this around then. Hold on. Let me re-ask this. Explain to me what a good DJ is. Let's go there.
Somebody that can read his crowd. You got to read your crowd. You got to be in touch. And I think a good DJ, you can't be standoffish. You can't. Demo can't hear what Demo want to hear in his ear all night and think that you're gonna want to hear that. So I think being able to read your people and understanding who you're playing for, I think that's what makes you a good DJ. Being able to interact. A lot of times, a lot of people say being a good DJ, you got to have good blending skills. You have to have good scratching skills. You have to have good talking skills. I think you have to have a good understanding. Yeah, you have to have those type of skills also, but you have to have a good understanding of your audience, of the crowd you're playing to. That is the first and foremost thing, because when you first get there, they're not going to really care if you know how to scratch all night real hard. They're going to be able, they're going to care about.
They're looking for that one song.
Right. I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing to me about being a DJ is understanding your crowd. You know, understanding when you start losing your people. All right, that song ain't cutting. You gotta blend that mug out, get it on something else that everybody can get with. So, to me, that's the biggest thing for me is, that I've learned over the years of doing it is just knowing your crowd. You know, more than anything, and then don't be afraid to talk if you fuck up, cause shit will happen.
Man,
You cut off.
I tell Spaceship this all the time, man. Once he started talking on the mic, that elevated his game
Yeah.
a whole nother level, yo.
Yeah, you can't be afraid because stuff will happen. You know, your music cut out, stuff. You know, you can't be afraid. You know, you can't. You can only do so much hiding behind some turntables. So yeah, man. Yeah, that's. I would probably say the biggest key to me is knowing that knowing who you're playing for, and kind of like going to a restaurant and a good cook is going to understand what he's doing in the kitchen. A good DJ will understand what's going on because you definitely have to understand the people and especially when somebody's coming to see you. Like for instance, me and Dave, when people come out and hear us play, they know what the hell they gonna get. They know me and Dave is ratchet as fuck. We great, you know. It might be a fight in there. It might be, and I say that jokingly, but seriously, yeah. Obviously, I know if I'm playing crunk music, I know I'll probably need to tone them down and stuff. But you call me, I'm gonna play that music. And you know the cool thing about us is
that ain't my job, man. Y'all security, put them niggas to work.
But I really think the cool thing about us is, shit gonna happen. You can't control motherfuckers' actions, but for the most part, people do know we gonna turn it up. And I ain't afraid. I ain't scared of y'all. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing. But I always just tell everybody, man, don't fuck my show up. All right, we gonna keep it going. All my music, but don't do that. And for the most part, man, I will say we've been blessed because people pretty much respect us. So I can play that crunk music and dudes usually keep it. Now. Most of the fights in the club for me has been ladies. I've been playing Beyonce Cater to You and all hell breaking loose. They turn
straight Junction City shit right there, bro. What the fuck?
So, but yeah, man.
So let me ask you this, man, because I know that you and Super Dave, like y'all are well-known DJs out there. So when it comes to like what y'all do and the music y'all play, like how are the venues receiving that? Like, do you have some venues that fuck with you and some that don't, or how's that working out?
Yeah, for the most part, they do fuck with us. They know what type of DJs we are. Now we're talking pre-COVID. Now, right now, honestly, it's been
back when the outside was open.
Right, but back when the clubs, everything was open, it was wide open. People hired us all the time. They understood what they was getting, and that's why they hired us. That's you understand clearly what you getting when you book us. Like, look, so, but they liked it, and I think me and Dave sound so much different from what a lot of other DJs are doing out here. I think that is the one thing that people liked. We sounded different, and it's hard to describe when I say we sounded different by the choice of songs we played, the way we played them, the way we blended them, the way, because I might go through a set and you might not hear a whole song through the whole set, because I might catch a hook of one song, a verse, 3 minutes of this song might play, then I might come in with so I never really, and then sonically, the way we blend stuff, and I like it loud. If you ever heard me play, I like it loud. If it ain't loud, we've been in Club Rose, and I actually had the police called on me for playing in Rose before, because the woman across the street, Cross Grant, was complaining to the music.
Who the fuck? Like y'all niggas is all the way over there. What the fuck is y'all complaining about, dog?
Yeah,
off in the cut on top of that. Like, what the fuck is we complaining about?
Hey, you're right. And and the owner, shout out to Jerry, man, at Club Rose. He was like, man, fuck them, play your music. And he came back the third time and said, man, the police said they gonna take me to jail if y'all don't take music down. And he was like, I don't care, take me to jail. And I was like,
nah, see, you should have switched it up, man. You should have played some of that John Cougar Mellencamp.
Yeah,
and
so I
see
just
what the
told
hell
him down.
happened.
I was like, yeah. I mean, I respect how he was riding for us, but I was like, no, I don't want to, because we ain't gonna do that one. But yeah, man. So,
That's just hilarious, bro.
yeah. And then we did a. Have you ever been to the Muse Lounge down in Salina?
No,
Bro, I'm gonna have to send you some clippings of some of the parties we did down at the Muse.
send them
Crazy.
shits over, man.
300-400 motherfuckers in there. We playing Wipe Me Down, and the whole crowd. I'm just gonna see some of the video.
Send me
Matter of
some of
fact,
that shit.
I'm see some videos. You gonna see what I'm talking about. So yeah, man. That's
I
my work.
expect that shit though, man. Y'all. Matter of fact, let me do it like this, man. Let's say that you're rocking a club and the shit's whack. What's that one go-to song that you got that's gonna bring everybody back to the dance floor?
Probably Boosie, probably Wipe Me Down, or that one always get it. Any of the newer stuff, G Herbo, like Rollin', man, it's so many on the tip of my tongue. Man. Woo.
Let's say you at the barbecue and ain't nobody dancing out there. What's the song you're gonna put on for the barbecue heads?
For the barbecue, well, at one point I'd have probably put on Two Step by R. Kelly. Now I don't know if I'm gonna play R. Kelly.
I've had so many playlists I've had to adjust because of us canceling him.
So at one time that would have been the go-to to get the barbecue back jumping and stuff. So, but it really just depends on who's all there. Like barbecues, to me, weddings with older folks are the best. To me, are the easiest to DJ because that is really, that era of music. The late 80s to all the way up to the early 2000s, that was the mecca of music. That is just like the best, to me, volume of work that's ever been produced by artists.
Mm-hmm.
Not to take away from what cats are doing nowadays, because I love a lot of the newer stuff. I don't turn a deaf ear to it because as a DJ, I understand I have to play that. The hardest group of people to DJ for is probably the younger adults because there's so much music coming out, and if you're not really staying with the new artist that's coming out and the new music, you will get lost and ate
all
up.
the way lost. I'm sure Little Man helps out with that a lot.
He does, but you know what else helps out? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The internet and having these damn phones, because it almost makes you a professional DJ because anything somebody asks, I just hand them my phone, type it in.
Right.
I load it right up. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't mind doing that. I know some DJs that won't do that. They pretty much, people come up and ask. I think some DJs get offended when people come and ask to request to play songs because they think maybe, I got this. I know what to play. Now, the only time I will get offended, not really offended, I would say, but a little annoyed if it's a song I'm already going to play. I'm already going to play some Cardi B for y'all. Y'all ain't got to come ask me to play Cardi 50 times. Trust me, that's in the rotation. But then I do find a lot of songs in which, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of the game real quick. I don't tell nobody. But one thing like me and Dave do personally is ask people to come and request the songs. I screenshot them and I keep them and then I load them up for next week so I know, it's such artist. 2 or 3 people ask me to play this artist, so I'll go research some of his music, and then I'll start. And that's how I get hipped on a lot of stuff. And really, the fans and interacting with the crowd and stuff, and taking requests, and because they'll keep you sharp. They will tell you what you need to play. If you fall short, they will let you know. If you don't listen to them, that's on you. But I listen. If I come to your restaurant and I tell you, hey man, you put too much salt in there as a cook, you probably want to listen. Hey, maybe it is a little salty. I'll cut back a little bit. If not, you're going to lose my business. So if you keep coming to watch me play and I never play the song you asked me for, you're probably not going to come hear me play no more. So I've learned to listen and not be, humble myself, man. I'm humble, man. Shoot. I'm glad y'all came in here to fuck with you, boy, because you didn't have to. So I'm a real humble dude, bro.
It's like that too, man. Like, especially like down here in Tampa, because like we've been doing events for 6+ years, and we move around nights, move around venues, move around whatever. but people still come out and mess with us. So we got to give love to the people that show love to us, you know?
No doubt, bro. That's a blessing right there. You got to, man, because without them, you have nothing. So, and I feel that wholeheartedly. I really do.
Yeah. And a lot of people is all about the money, and, you know, they're not actually building relationships, and relationships is where you go next level with it, you know?
No, you're right. You know, for me, like even with the studio, back to when you was asking about the studio, if money was ever exchanged, a lot of people don't realize that if I cut the power off right now, we can't do no recording. So I've always, you know, maintained other sources of revenue and working and stuff and trying to do other things because I treated the studio like a hobby. Yeah, if somebody paid money because, hey, listen, this new mic, $600. Y'all want to sound better? We need a new mic. If we don't never upgrade, you stay stagnant. You know, you stay in the same. So that was kind of where you know, the money never made me. Getting paid from the studio never made me money as far as oh yeah, I'm gonna take my kids on a flight to Paris. No, it was I'm gonna buy this new preamp. That
You're
makes sense.
reinvesting.
Yes, I'm gonna keep this electric on. Hey, we need faster modems. You know, the internet. We need to be faster. Let's buy a new modem. You know, hey, there's a new piece that come out that reverbs that do this. You know, there's a new de-esser out. Let's get that. That's all it was about. It wasn't never about as fast as somebody would hand it to me. I would spend it on more equipment, and that's what I did for years. You know, and that's and it never really went. No money never really went in my pocket. I always reinvested it. Same when I started buying DJ gear. You know, it started off with I just need 2 speakers. 2 speakers went to 4. Now like now you look around.
I've watched my DJ do this, so I'm laughing because I've seen it happen, Joe.
Boy, D MOE, you just bought a 1,000-watt amp. Yeah, but I need a 2,000-watt amp now. And then it goes from that to, man, you know, the new ones is like 7,000 watts, bro. So, but yeah, man, it's nonstop. So, but you know, for me, that's, you know, always investing into it, just, you know, because I didn't do it for money. I really did it for the love, and I wanted artists. I felt like we was going to do our shows. It's when we're going to have the loudest shows. I want people coming out of there holding their ears like, dang, our bass was rattling so hard I couldn't even. You know, I was in Topeka one time at a club. I can't even think of the name of it. It's not there no more. It's shut down. Pretty much all the clubs in Topeka shut down because you can already know why. Because
they got kind of rugged in Topeka, man.
Man, them cats is ignorant, man. Them cats is wild out there, bro. But anyway, I can remember loading speakers in there before the show, and I think it was probably I DJed with Michael Watts came. Yeah, and we did. We was DJing and doing sound with him, and I was bringing my stuff in, and I can remember the bartenders at the bar asking me, "Could I turn the bass down?" Because they couldn't. They had shit that was rattling off their bar and stuff, and that's when I was like, "Yeah, that's what made me. That's what I'm into right there." You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, and that was a hell of an experience being able to DJ with somebody like Watts. You know, that's really on that level like that, you know.
And he had a completely different sound than most people too.
Totally different, man. He's a bad boy, man. You know, I know I was warming up for him and I was playing music and I was up there doing some stuff, and then once he got his system set up and he started, no, I know what it was. He was playing and his computer had crashed. So he was like, hey, you know, you got your stuff, spin some music. So I started spinning for him. He got his stuff reloaded back up and he was like, all right, I'm ready. And he cued in right word for word, right where I was at with the same song and nobody ever knew. So I was like, ooh, that's a bad boy right there.
Bad boy, yep.
You know, so, yeah, he's pretty dope, man. So, yeah. So,
do you have like a favorite show that y'all have done, or like a favorite performance, or any like a favorite venue you've rocked?
Probably one of the oldest shows I did with me, Weeze, I believe Hash, Luck, LeVarn, when we did the DJ Unk show. That was probably, I really had fun at that show. That's one that really sticks out for me, the DJ Unk. You know, it was all of us together, even though everybody had their own different, you know, little, their own different squads that they dealt with personally, all of us collectively together doing something like that. That was pretty big for me. I remember it was a lot of cats there that night. That was probably one of my best. And then some of the shows we used to have at Fusions. Do you remember Fusions?
Yeah. I do.
Fusions, that was my stomping ground. I think because that one, that had a different vibe to it. That was more like everybody's literally shoulder to shoulder, and one person go left, the whole crowd got to go left.
Yeah, that's one of them places you gotta watch who you're around, make sure you're good with them people.
Yes, so probably doing some of the shows there was probably some of my most memorable, but probably the DJ Unk, and then with probably lately, probably some of the stuff I did with Dave, maybe at the Muse Lounge. Pretty dope. DJ'd up in Topeka at the Outcast Bike Club. That was dope. Bikers whole nother level.
Oh man, we just happened to stumble into Daytona during Biker Week, and we're pulling up into the little hotel or whatever. There's 5,000 bike. No, I'm sorry, way more than 5. There's like 500,000 bikers in Daytona.
Yeah,
everywhere you look.
Yeah.
Getting buck wild with it.
Yeah, I had some fun with up there in their clubhouse, man. Like literally, I can't even tell some of the things that's going on but man, hey, you good, fam? You good? Yeah, hey, bro, I'm good, fam.
That's the difference between us that came up without internet and social media, and these younger cats, man. They be snitching on them. I got stories I'll never tell.
Yeah, I can't, man. I can't. Hey, I'm trying to.
I can't be the one to. I can't incriminate myself.
Man, you already know, shoot. So, but those are probably some of the most memorable ones. I would probably say the DJ Unk show, and like I said, I did that with. It was me, Weeze, Hash, I think LaVarn show, my home, Odyssey was probably there. It was those good old days, man. I really miss those days when we used to all do music together because, we had a lot of fun, bro. So, a lot of fun, a lot of memories. So much that it's, man.
I'll tell you a memory, man, that I have with you that you probably don't even realize, like the role you played in what's going on right now. But, I used to roll with Dewey, man. Me and Dewey, we had our own little music company, and that's how I got to meet you because we were recording at Hi-Poynt. And I remember y'all had like some type of bartering system going on. That shit was not working. I don't remember all the details of it, but I just know it was not working, and I didn't want my name to be affiliated. And we was over here trying to get studio time, and we don't have money for it or whatever the case was. So me being me, and I've been like this pretty much my whole life. Like, nah, man, how much is studio time, Demo? Okay, from here on out, I'm gonna start paying for studio time. We're gonna knock this album out, and I pretty much cut out the middle man. And because of that, I learned like the business side of music, man. Like, it doesn't matter who all is involved, somebody has to execute. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, I don't need to rely on other people to do my own shit.
No doubt.
Like those two things together. And like I still have the project. I know you haven't heard this in forever, but I'm gonna send you some tracks and I'm gonna remind you of this shit. But I just remember walking up in there, man. It's probably like the second song I ever recorded. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm paid for my own studio time. We about to do this shit. And 14 years later, boom, we down here, studio time on the radio. You guys still got Hi-Poynt going and things like that, man. It's just it's one of the things, like I look back and it's like you don't really think about it, but it's like one of them little turning moments, and it's like you were a part of that, dog.
Hey, man, hands down, I appreciate that, and that's real because I never even would have thought anything like that,
Yeah.
At all. And it's funny. It's funny you say that because my son asked me for a Papa Stopper, so I was looking in my little storage room, and I got probably about. The light's not on in there. If I turn the camera, I don't think you'll be able to see. But hold on, let me try to walk this.
Okay.
I got about. Hold on, let me grab. Hold on, let me grab this.
We're getting a tour of the Hi-Poynt building.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a little tour, but real quick, it's funny. Let me grab another thing. I'm gonna show you what I'm grabbing crates of real quick. It's gonna make sense in this quick second. Okay, hold on a second. And it's just so funny that we're doing this interview because I just pulled these out, like I said, a few days ago, and my lazy ass ain't put nothing back. But hold
Timing,
on.
bro.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Let me show you. You gonna be like, what the hell? All right. So let me flip this. How do you flip the camera? Let me flip the camera. Okay.
Okay.
Can you see what this is?
God damn.
See,
Mike Life.
first one right on the top. What does that say? Mike Life. I probably got you and Dewey's backups. I probably got 5,000 CDs here. All of these are backups from all the recordings. All of the recordings.
Oh my gosh, dog. All of those?
Yeah, these are all backups. These are all people's songs.
Jeez.
These are people's songs right here.
Jeez,
Look at this. I got spindles of music, bro. If I go through some of the names on the cover, you'd probably be like, wow. But I'm pretty sure I got you guys in here also. Look at this.
Wow.
Spindles of these are all backups from the 2480 that I used to record on. And you know,
That's a lot of work right there, bro. That's a lot of work.
Man, and then I still got probably 4 more. And then I have a storage shed full of CDs too. These are all backups and recordings. That's crazy that you said that, man. So I'm pretty sure somewhere I got you and Dewey's music backed up on the disc somewhere down here. Tons of
it, man. That's crazy though. That's a lot of CDs right there, man.
Man, yes. Man, it's
My
so
nigga got CDs and crates like they some damn albums and shit.
Man, I got stuff over here, man. Look at, I mean, and it's full. It's full. It's full of CDs, and I got more of them too, man. I got shoot. Oh man, so you talking about the venues? This one says Hi-Poynt the Blue Goat. You remember the Blue Goat, Salina?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was hey.
Dog, you got stories right there, man.
Oh man. Yeah. So, and then I still have that piece. Hold on, I'm about to take you on a quick little tour real quick.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, man. Hold on. Let me go up in here real quick. Okay. Let me see where it's at right now. Where is it? What am I looking for? Dang, man. See, I don't got no light in this room, bro. But I was gonna find that board. I still got that board that y'all did all the music on. I'm trying to find it. It's so dark in here. It is 8 years.
It's crazy, man, because the stuff you talking about, man, it seems like a lifetime ago, but it also seems like yesterday.
We in here recording now. But I still have that 2480, man, that we did the music on. Watch out, Drink. I'm trying to find it. But yeah. I don't know where it's at. Oh, it's in the storage room. There's no light back there, man, but try to flip this camera back around. But yeah, man, it's crazy because I still have all of these. Oh, here it go, right here. It's right in front of my face. Look, let me flip the camera back around. Let me flip this camera back around. Can you see? Do you remember this?
Hell yeah, I remember that.
That's the 2480. That's the board we used to record on. I just dug all
I
this
remember
stuff.
watching you mess with our sounds and stuff, and I'm trying to figure out what you were doing and just trying to study.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah, and I probably still got some of you guys recorded because this had an internal hard drive on it, and I got tons of music on this too. So yeah, I still got all this old stuff, man. I'll probably never get rid of this thing right here.
Ain't no point. What you gonna do with that? You ain't gonna sell it to nobody, man. That's a collectible now. That's the come up.
Yeah, and what's so funny? Because Abe's always like, D-Mo, plug the 2480 up, man. Here's some of the old songs you got on there. So yeah, man. But it's crazy. You know, I look at a lot of these discs and stuff. I look down here, and you know, as I go through them, I kind of think of all, you know, each one of them. I kind of remember doing something for them, and it just takes me back, man. You know, to
That has to, man.
a different era, you know, for us, man. It was such a different era, you know. It wasn't no, you know, the era we was doing music back then. It wasn't no gimmick. It wasn't no backstory. I listened to Sirius Radio, and I listened to, you know, like a lot of the talk shows and like Sway, you know, and they talk about nowadays how artists, you got to have a backstory. Oh, he's a good artist because he sold a lot of dope on the street. Or he's a good artist. He shot a nigga or two. You know, back when we was doing it, it was all about being, you know, spitting and wordplay.
It's a sport, man.
There was no backstories. The backstory was either you know how to rap or you didn't. You know, so this is a different era, man. But, you know, going through these old CDs, man, it just, you know, it puts me, you know, I do miss it.
That shit has to be like really humbling for you, man. Like you look at all them CDs, how many people you affected just being, you know, being behind the boards, bro. How many lives have you changed just being behind the boards, bro?
Oh man, it's crazy. You know, to be honest with you, Tone, I never even thought of it that way, bro. I never, you know, because
think about it like that, because these people need to get their voices out. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to make it sound good, and you were that catalyst.
Yeah, no doubt. And now it evolved to, okay, so we flip the camera back around, and it evolved to, you know, that was all the old analog stuff, and then it evolved to, now flip the camera back around here, and it evolved into, you know, now this is what we're doing, everything's just all, you know, it's all digital.
Clean.
So this the system I'm using now is slate board and stuff. So all touch screen and everything, you know, you see Hayes. I don't know if you see me there. He's in there recording now. So, yeah. You know. And I remember I used to be so against Pro Tools back then. You know, I was like, I ain't messing this stuff. But yeah, man. So
Things have changed now. Pro Tools is the standard now.
you gotta have it, you know. If you don't got that, man, you ain't gonna. But, and then, you know, and it's funny because I said,
yeah, man, that's memories right there, bro.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. So, but, I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep plugging away. I enjoy doing it, man. You know, I don't know. See what happens. You know, so I don't know. I feel like I got a newfound breath of fresh air with it because, you know, like with Aiden and my son, they keep me, because, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, bro, I was, for a minute, you know, I had pretty much was like, you know what, I'm done with the recording and doing all of that. And the studio kind of said, I was just really just down here living in here, you know, for a minute and not even really doing nothing with it. You know, the equipment, I still had the old setup. And, you know, Aiden was like, man, let me, you know, let's start getting back in the studio and doing something. And I was kind of like, man, you know, I do love it, but life goes, you know, life takes a toll. So I had kids and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, all right, D-Mo, this, you know, the artist thing ain't really moving too much, though, you know. So, you know, I just kind of took a hiatus from it. I always love music. I don't want nobody to get it twisted. I don't think that I was taking a break from music. But to do good music, you have to have yourself has to be in order. You know, I can't do music if I'm struggling with bills and struggling, you know, with trying to feed my kids and stuff. You know, everything falls into place. So I say that in return that ain't really sparked a fresh breath air into me. He was like, man, you know, he looks at me kind of like, bro, you got it. What is you? So basically, man, you know, he kind of came through here and really just gave me a whole new look at a whole take on it. And now, you know, he's very talented. He's probably one of the most talented. And I've worked with some talented people in the past, but when I say talented, I'm not talking about as far as rapping, per se rapping. Yeah, there's been some dope cats to come through here. You know, there's some hard artists out here. But I say he's talented in many aspects as far as not just the music, as far as with the videos and, and learning new stuff on the Pro Tools and that type of talent. More like the technical geeky shit that people
Yeah.
probably don't never really care about.
It's the next wave of stuff that needs to be taken care of, man.
Right. So, yeah, man. But I feel blessed, Tone. I really do, bro. So,
I love hearing these stories, man, because I talked to 8 for episode 5, I think it was, and now you're number 10, and these stories match up. But I was telling him, when I was talking to him, like, if you got somebody like D MOE in your corner, you good. You know what I'm saying? Like, because just like you talked about, like, you still got friends from 25 years ago, and that's not by a coincidence. That's the way that you was raised up. Like my best friend, we go 30 plus years into it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, like I said with A, he was basically like, shoot, man, what you doing with the studio? I was like, you want to get in the studio? Come down here. What you need? This. He was like, all right, we need this piece. We need this piece. I was like, all right, let's get it. And one thing he showed me was he was about his word. He told me, let me do this, sit back and watch. And I was like, damn, I'll sit back and watch, but I was actually watching it and looking like, man, he can really do something. So if I help, why watch? Well, I can still help him, but I mean, he's the man now. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I took a back seat to it. Now I still do DJ and I get out and do the live sound and stuff. But as far as in there, that's his world now, man. I kind of I pass the torch on to him, But he's really good. He really is, man. And anybody that get a chance to work with him, I think they will really see that. When you come down here, you probably need to really get in the studio. Dude is hot, man. He really is. For me to take a back seat to it, somebody got to be dope. Because I felt like I'm pretty dope in there. I'm dope on the music thing as far as the technical aspects. From doing live sound, coming from the analog, coming from turntables, from everything I really did sonically with music. I feel like I'm dope. From hooking stuff up, from wiring. I've helped clubs put systems in. I really know that. But he's dope on the technical stuff, and he's learned that new sound, and he's younger. He's got that the new chops. The way
timing, bro. Timing is everything. Like I say, man, this is time. And on top of that, like he's good at the stuff that we need right now, which is like visuals and music with personality, but also content at the same time.
Yeah.
So
one day I was walking past going to my room and he was playing some music and I really thought it was something he downloaded off of YouTube. He was like, "No, we just did that song," and I was like, "What?" So I was like, "Man, I really," because as a DJ, every time I hear something new, hey, who is that? Let me go download that.
Yep.
Yeah, let me But yeah, I really thought it was a song he was working on, and I was like, God damn, all right. I was like, you might got something here. But yeah, man. But like I said, 8 to me has been a savior, and he's been a definitely a hidden gem, and he really has something to say. And I believe that in due time, you'll be hearing a lot more about him, because some of this music we're doing right now, bro, crazy. It's got me.
I believe it, man.
It's crazy, bro. He's really, and even that. My kids are grown now, so even for me, still chasing the dream of music, saying I think he's got something to offer, because it's easier for me to kind of shut the door and I'll still be cool, I work, I ain't tripping on nothing, but he still got some, with that, it can happen, and now I see, the thing I know now that I didn't know back then was probably the more in the business aspect of how to get music really out there on the different platforms. I didn't really know, Tony. I was just kind of going, a lot of people.
I try to teach artists down here this shit all the time, man. There's a lot of artists that'll just go to the studio and then go home. They don't try to perform. They don't try to get their music out there. And it's a bit. Right. If you want to be part of the music business, you have to learn the business.
Thank you. And that's the part I think at first I didn't really know. Now I've learned, I'm starting to learn and key, you said it perfect. You got to learn the business. It's right now. You can't really just be I want to be a rapper and sit back, because nobody's going to do it for you. You have to be hands on with everything you're doing. So, but yeah, man. I don't know. Like I said, bro, I just feel blessed, man. I felt like I've been in a blessed position, and I'm happy that I've been able to to do every day what a lot of cats probably wish they could do. You know, I get to do music and be around music every day of my life, and it's been like that forever. And you know, hopefully when I'm an old man, I'm gonna still be able to do it. You know,
I see it happening, man, because you in the right spot to age gracefully. You know what I'm saying? You sit back behind the board. You know, you got an ear for music. I mean, you're probably going to evolve into what's the next evolution for you? Actually, what's the next step for you?
You know, I don't know, man. Hopefully, really just to keep going. I think eventually, I hate to say this, but I'm probably going to evolve into some type of maybe a manager of some sort, because I don't think nobody's going to look out for us like we are. And, you know, if we learn the business, can't nobody screw us around. But I really think maybe that type of role, maybe get more of into to just really probably being a road manager or something. I still love the DJ and stuff, but, you know, even if that doesn't pan out, you know, I definitely could still be behind the scenes and making sure that if the music takes off and do something, at least we know we can do it correctly and do it right. That's all, you know. So I really don't know.
That little bit goes a long way, man, because just like you said, you didn't know the business part of it. If somebody would have showed you that shit early, imagine how much time you would have saved. And that's a problem for a lot of hip-hop artists. Like, we don't have nobody with the blueprint, or else they don't want to give you the blueprint because of that competition aspect of it, man.
Right. I was just flying by the seat of my pants. And, you know, a lot of people used to always look at us like, man, you know, Hi-Poynt should have been a label. I hear that a lot. It should have been a label. It should have been a label. Maybe it should have been a label, but it was kind of fine where it was at as being a studio, because I didn't know how to run a label. You know, it's a what would I have to offer as a label at that time? I could record
the studio.
You know,
and everybody would have went in there and tried to get free studio time, and that'd have been it.
That would have been it.
Yeah.
So you understand. So, but, you know, but, I mean, like I said, humbling that people wanted me to do that, but you know, ain't no sense of faking it. I mean, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. Me faking that I know what I'm doing is not going to help your situation out. That's just me lying to you, and I refuse to do that to anybody. So,
yeah.
So, like I said, man, having Ada around has been a blessing. He's really, you know, he's motivated to learn. And hey, you know, every day he come in the room, hey, D MOE, this is what we should do. You know, today we was just talking about some promotion stuff, some promotion schemes. He was like, all right, I figured out this, like with Spotify and stuff. This is what you need to do. This is what we need to do. And I'm like, all right, let's get on. Let's, you know, so It's almost like I took a back seat. Now I'm following him. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, I don't mind, you know. Shoot, man. Hey, it is what it is, man.
Hey, that's a beautiful thing to hear, bro. Like,
it is what it
yin
is.
and yang, man. Steel sharpens steel. I feel the same with Ship. With me and Spaceship, like we collaborate. Like, if he moves, I move. That's pretty much the motto. So I love hearing this, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. So, hey, I know you interview me, but let me ask you a question. What you guys doing in the future, man? I mean, what do you see coming up? I mean, because I like what you're doing, and I see the movement that you got going on. So what's your, you know, what's plans for you in the future?
I'm trying to take it up, man. I want to be like media mogul type dude, honestly, man. Like, this right here is part of the whole equation of it. Because, like, first off, it was just throwing events. And then by doing that, I got to see a lot of like the talent out here. So I'm familiar with all kinds of artists out here. Like, if I wanted to put a compilation together or something, I can easily do it. You know what I'm saying? But the way everything's going right now, everything's going visual. So, like, we're in the right mode right now. Like, with the radio and everything, that's cool because, you know, we're on FM radio for one. And then we're on all the podcast platforms, so we're worldwide after the fact. But just trying to combine, like, the visual and the audio aspect of it, man. Like, we're trying to get, like, synchronized and honestly, like, maybe TV or something. Like, I'm trying to be like the media dude. Is what I'm trying to do.
That's what's up. And so, with that being said, you definitely need to let me send you some songs, because I think I got something you really need.
Oh, come on with it, man.
Okay. I got some stuff that I really feel like when I send it to you, you're going to be like, bro, that's y'all? So, and I could talk about it all day. I'm just going to make it happen. So, you know.
Come on with it, man, because you know how I am. I'm going to listen to it, and I'm going to put on. And I know you ain't going to send me no bullshit, so I ain't even got to worry about that. So I ain't even
You know what?
So.
I really don't even got no bullshit to send you.
You don't want to hear me. let's say you do send me some bullshit. You ain't trying to hear me, though. Like you ain't gonna answer the phone when I call.
Right. And you know, and this how I know, because I play some of these songs, right, and then I get people, like when I'm spinning and I play some of the music and people come up and ask me, who is that artist? And you know what I tell them? I don't go, that's 8, we just did that. I go, oh, I just downloaded that off of Spotify. You know, or I'll say the name, be like, it's all, I just found that on,
Right.
on the DJ pool. Because a lot of times you still get the stigma when you say, oh, that's us, we just did that. You know, you still got those cats that still, oh, I thought that was, you know, somebody famous or something. So a lot of times I just say, oh, it's a new artist I download off the record.
That's a great play, honestly, because that shows you that this little local artist or whatever you want to call me is on Spotify and all this other shit. Like that's a great play right there.
And so when they ask a few more times, then if they keep requesting it, man, who is that catch that song you keep playing on Fridays? Then that's when I start telling them. They go, oh man, you know. But yeah, man. So I don't know. I'm just gonna try to keep it pushing, bro. That's all I can do, you know. So I can't do it no more. I don't know.
Bro, I want to know. Give me your top 3 DJs.
Oh, now, let me ask you this. When you say top 3 DJs, you mean battle DJs, record DJs, or producers? I mean, because there's a lot of, you know. So
I will say not producers.
Okay.
But a DJ. Overall DJ.
Probably he Premier, but he's a producer also. But
just say it. Just say your 3 DJs, man.
Probably Premier, DJ Premier. I like a lot of stuff Mustard do, and then probably man, that's probably old school, probably Jazzy Jeff. Probably I would probably say, because I mean he's still touring and he's still a beast, but you know, DJ Premier is hard. I mean, as far as a DJ, he's a little bit of everything. I mean,
he's one of my favorite producers.
He's a bad boy. I mean, and he really DJ, but you know, but don't get me wrong, I kind of like the style of Watts, you know, some of the stuff he was doing. You know, I'm a big Texas fan too. You know, I grew up in that Face era, so you know, I wish I would have had the honor to meet Screw and some of them pioneers, because you know, I'm a big Texas fanatic. You know, I mean, so, but yeah, man, but probably those 3. I mean, there's some other ones as far as, you know, I watch some of the battle DJs too. There's a couple of guys out there that I love. I like the turntablism, you know, which Demo does none of that. I can't do none of the. That's
you just gotta practice it. That's it,
man. So, but yeah, but man, Mustard. I like a lot of stuff. Mustard pretty hard. But man, you know, so I don't know, man. Yeah.
Give me your top 4 hip hop artists of all time. Give me your Mount Rushmore hip hop.
Oh my gosh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get to you with these questions right now, man. I got a DJ on the line right now. Let me see.
Top 4. Scarface. Biggie. You know, I'm from New York. Obviously, I love Pac, but you know, that's going. You know, I grew up in that era, and then I would probably say, man, that's a tough one, bro. That's a tough one. So it's hard to level down to 4, but if
I love this question, man. This question be sticking some of the heavy hitters, bro.
Oh man. I'd probably say Rakim, but you know that's the old school in me. So you know I come, you know, not to take. Well, there's a lot of great artists now, but I mean those are some. I mean I could probably listen to Face every day. I mean you know I had gotten some trouble as a youngster, and you know I would throw on my headphones and I would listen to him every night, and I just felt like he understood some of the shit I was going through. I like, as an artist, he knows how to connect with he never sound gimmicky to me. It never.
Mhm.
So, and
Storytelling, man.
yes, and of course, Biggie, Face. I'm gonna put, a lot of people don't say this group, but I like Bone. I think they really came through and changed. I've been a big fan of their music. So I mean, I don't know, man. Let me stop. There's a lot,
That's
man.
good. That's good. Let me ask you one more
Somebody-
impossible. Let me ask you one more impossible question right here, man. 'Cause I
Okay,
love these questions, Doug. So, all right, we're at Hi-Poynt Studio,
right.
and you got this. Let's say you got this beat from DJ Mustard,
Okay.
or from whoever. You got the most fire beat that you've heard at that moment, and you get to put two artists on there. I want to get an artist that is alive. I want to get an artist that is dead. Who would you put on that track?
I can choose any artist on the planet.
Annie.
Oh man, that's oh man. Hey, man, because just to throw, I don't know, man. I can't answer that, Tone. I can't answer. You know why I can't answer that? Because I would have to hear the beat, and then when I heard the beat, then it would tell me what voice I think would need to go on there.
All
I
right, so
can't.
let's say it's a beat from, let's say it's a Jay Dilla type beat.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. One alive artist and one that's passed away.
Yeah.
I would probably say, it's probably gonna shock you when I say this. Probably Lil Baby. I like a lot of the stuff he's doing.
Okay.
And somebody that's passed, I would probably say, and I don't want to be cliche about this, but I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Pop Smoke. I've been listening to a lot of his music lately, and that boy, nasty.
Hmm.
I would probably say him. Just if I'm making music now for this generation, I would probably say him, because I've been listening to some of his stuff, and man, dude's his voice, his patterns, he's
You could
pretty
tell
cool.
50 had his handprint on that, right?
Yes, you can
Yeah.
hear it. You can hear it. You can definitely hear it. Yes. So, but probably them two, I would probably say.
That's a
You know,
crazy combination, man. Just
yeah.
because we family now, I'll tell you my combination, because I asked Jay Biz that same question that had him stuck. For me, it was going to be Big Crit and Luther
Oh,
Vandross.
wow. I never would have hit that. Yeah. I never.
That
Wow.
would have been some. That would have been some shit.
Why Luther?
I
You
love
just
Luther, man.
just
If it ain't
love
Luther,
him?
it'd be Marvin.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, of
the
course.
soulful aspect of it.
Yeah. And it's funny, man, because I spent a lot of I throw old school in with a lot of my set. And at the Juneteenth thing, this I played some Sam Cooke.
Hmm.
So yeah, man, that's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up.
You had them out there getting it, huh?
Yeah. I said, I'm gonna take you back now. So, man, that's wild, Luther. Wow, the big cricket. Like, damn.
That thing would be wild with it, like.
That's hard. Yeah, man. So,
But yeah, man, let me go ahead and have you drop your social media information. That way people can find you or connect with you however they need to, man. Anybody out there that needs studio time and you're in Junction City or around Junction City, you need to holler at this cat right here, man.
yeah, it's pretty much all my it's D MOE Hi-Poynt on Facebook. Twitter, I believe, is DJ D MOE, DJ underscore D MOE. On Twitter, you can hit me on my my Gmails, Demo785. Google Demo785. Those all pop up. They all pretty much the same tag. But that's another thing ain't been on me about my social media. Now I'm gonna keep 100 as fuck with you.
That shit's major.
I've been slacking on my social media. I don't really, I'm been a hands-on guy. I don't really, if you get my number and call me, that's the type of dude I am. But I understand he's starting to make me understand the importance of having a social media and having a presence.
Branding, presence, all of that, dog.
And that's one thing I really have been. You gotta understand, man. I'm just getting Facebook. I've only been on Facebook about 5 years, bro. 4 or 5 years. I just got Facebook. I got Twitter. I got IG. I got Instagram. I just started doing that a couple of years ago. And Aid always laughs at me because I found 7 people got 170 followers. He's like, man, you don't even interact. I was like, I know, man. So I'm gonna start to get a little bit better. But basically, the Twitter is Demo underscore or DJ Demo underscore in the 785. They're all Demo 785. If you Google them, they'll all pop up. Or you can Gmail DJ Demo 785 @gmail. And so, but that's how I need to get my social presence up a little bit.
I'm gonna challenge you, Doug. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna issue you a challenge on the book 10 of JC Chronicles right now. Spend some of this quarantine time or this pandemic time getting your social media up.
Okay, you sound like him.
Dedicate like 30 minutes a day. All it'll take 30 minutes a day. Just dedicate that much time and see what happens. Because my auntie up here, she just opened up her little catering business or whatever. She makes bomb food. Been making bomb food. But we're trying to get other people to know that she makes bomb food. So these pictures go a long way, bro. Other people commenting on your stuff goes a long way. And then, like I said, it all falls under the umbrella of branding. That Hi-Poynt shirt you got on right there, branding, bro.
No doubt. And you know what? I'm gonna take it. And it's funny you said that because I've been knowing this, and it's something I really need to do. But why I felt like I've always kind of slacked on that because I don't look at myself as trying to be an artist of any sort. So I was like, I don't need to be out there. You need to be out there. So I just kind of, if somebody want to get a hold of me, I'm one of those bang my line, So
watch. I bet you your DJ gigs will grow and everything because of that tenfold, bro. Watch.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Guaranteed.
Stop slacking on that, and that's respect. I can dig it. So yeah, I'm gonna take you on channels. I'm gonna start getting on Instagram and stuff. Now I don't be on Twitter, but I do have the Instagram and the MySpace and the Gmail. Those are the main 3 that I really have and stuff. But are you on Twitter also?
Yeah, I'm on there. I don't really do too much on there, but I need to get back on it. But I'm on there.
You mainly on Instagram, probably, and Facebook.
I don't even hardly be on IG. Is just IG is the main thing I got to get back on myself. But it's just it's a personal thing of IG. I just feel like people too fake on IG. But for business, I have to attack IG on business because we do a lot of business on IG.
Yeah, and that's why I was feeling like I'm like, man, you want to get over the demo? You want me there? Bang my line. But people ain't gonna be able to hit your line up if they can't find your number to call. So
Bam.
So yeah, I do definitely need to get better on that. But man, that goes a testament to tell you I've been in my cocoon. My world is inside of here. You know what I'm saying? So this is where I'm at. I'm in here. I don't really.
Well, shit. At least you're receptive to what me and Aid is telling you.
Of course, man.
A lot of niggas ain't, dog. They just, all right, whatever. They're like, nah, bro. You listening?
You ain't finna waste your time telling me nothing that ain't real. So yeah, of course.
Straight up.
So and then when you hear multiple people saying the same thing, that just telling you something.
Straight up.
So, yeah, man. No doubt, though, man. So,
I wanna have you drop some type of message to any artist that's coming up out of Kansas right now. Whether talking about obstacles or just anything, just give them some type of direction to anybody that's trying to get down in the music right now.
I would say the biggest thing is don't let the negativity stop you. If you get up every day worrying about what somebody else thinks, you're not gonna get nothing accomplished. That's probably my best advice I can give you. Don't, because when you start doing something and people start taking notice, there's always gonna be the naysayers. There's always gonna be that ain't gonna work. Why you wasting your time? Don't focus on that. For every one person that's gonna be negative, there's gonna be somebody else that's gonna appreciate your work. And music is like Kool-Aid. You might like grape, I might like cherry. You just gotta find everybody that likes that flavor. You know, it's gonna be somebody that's always gonna like what you're doing. Yeah, some of your homeboys might not rock with it, but you'll find people that will. Keep striving, and if you don't try, you'll never know. So I think that's the biggest thing. You know, I used to say I'm gonna do a studio. People like, man, that ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna have a studio. I'm still doing it. 14, 15
Still
years
doing it.
So my biggest thing is don't worry about the negativity and fuck with motherfuckers that's talking about when they try to slow you down and be blessed to be humble that you wake up every day to see another day and keep striving. That's the only thing I can really say. You know,
That's enough. That's a mouthful right there, bro.
So yeah, man. But,
Man, Demo, bro, it's good to see you. Thank you once again for taking time out and making this happen for me, bro. And like I said, man, you played a vital role in everything that's going on right here, whether you know it or not. But I look back to 2006, and it's just like, man, things could have went completely different. But I got to meet you. I started doing music. I cut out the middleman, started running my own business. And right here, 2020, me and you was chopping it up as some grown folk.
Hey man, that's a blessing, man. And I'm really, you know, because you see when you was down in town, you see my reaction to you when I see you. So
yeah, man. I wish I'd have see next time I come in town, and this is what I wanted to do anyways. I was like, yo, I need to find somebody to take pictures for me.
Yeah.
And then somewhere in there, I was like, all right, I'll take pictures myself. I missed out on so many pictures, man. But the picture up here, man, bro, I promise you even coming out to that, man, anybody that came out to that was like one of my dreams, was to put a show on in my hometown. And we did that shit. So thank you for helping one of my dreams come true and just being a part of that. Because that was a hell of a night, bro.
And you know what? After the COVID stuff, whenever everything calms down, we'll figure it out. I'll say, let's do something again, man. And if you ever
we running it back.
I would definitely love to be a part of it, bro. You know, so we can make it. We know we can.
That's already with it.
Yeah, you already know what I'm saying.
That's already with it.
You know, maybe do a little reunion tour or something and we get everybody out.
We on some new edition shit, though.
So,
all right, man. Well, yeah, man. Get back to the fam. Get back to work. Tell 8 what's up. I want to hear this new music. And, man, just stay safe, bro.
Alrighty, bro. I'm going to link up with you and send you some stuff, too.
You know what it is, bro. Love, man.
Alrighty, bro.
All right, bro. Be easy.
This is Tone Capone
and DJ Spaceship.
And Saturday nights from 10 to midnight, we bring you Waves of the Bay. Right here on WMNF 88.5 Tampa.
With the hottest interviews, the hottest music.
You can submit your music for the Tampa Baywatch segment at wavesofthebay@gmail.com or follow us on all social media at Waves of the Bay.
Every Saturday, 10 to 12. Make sure you come and ride the wave.
Yes, sir.